What's going on, guys? Hostile Beast here, and today I'm going to be predicting the NFL playoffs and awards for this season, the 2021 to 2022 season. It's way too early for this. It's very early in August. I don't know who's going to be injured. I don't know what's going to happen with teams, but for now, these are who I think is going to make it to the playoffs and win the awards. So we're starting in the AFC. In the AFC, number 1 seed, Kansas City Chiefs. No surprise there. Great football team. They were number 1 seed last year. I think they will repeat. Buffalo Bills as number 2 seed, same as last year. I don't know how their schedule's looking, but they're a really good football team. They'll have no trouble at all making it to the playoffs, and I think they can get the 2 seed as well. At number 3, Cleveland Browns. I think they're going to win their division. Really solid football team. I would say one of the best rosters in the game right now, arguably even better than the Chiefs. Their division is tough, so they're not going to get the most wins, but I think they might have a better football team than even the 1 and the 2 seed. Number 4, we've got the Tennessee Titans. I think they will win their division just barely over the Colts. We don't know what's going to happen with Carson Wentz right now or who the Colts are going to have at QB day 1, so I think that gives the Titans the edge to win their division. Number 5, the Ravens. They're going to get second in the AFC North, and I think they are going to be the 5 seed and play the Titans yet again. Next up, the Colts at number 6. This is kind of a tough one for me, but their division is easy, so I think they will get the amount of wins needed to make it to the playoffs. I could see them 6th, 7th seed, maybe not in the playoffs at all, but I'm going to put them in 6 for now. Number 7, the Patriots. I'm taking a gamble on this one. If I'm right, it's going to be really cool. If I'm wrong, people are going to laugh at me. People are already laughing right now. People just clicked off the video because I said Patriots. It doesn't really bother me. I think the Patriots are going to get the 7th seed. I mean, they can beat the Dolphins twice. They can definitely beat the Jets twice. They could probably beat the Bills once. So I think the Patriots are going to be a stronger team this year, enough to earn them a playoff spot. In the NFC, Buccaneers 1 seed, really easy schedule, great football team, the best roster in the game right now. I think they will have no trouble making it to the playoffs, winning their division, and getting the 1 seed. Number 2, we've got the Rams. Now, the Rams are going to make it to the playoffs. I don't know what their seed's going to look like, but I put them at 2 just because I think they're going to have a pretty solid record, and I think they're going to be the first in their division, which will give them number 2 spot. Number 3 is the Vikings. I think the Vikings will win the North this year, just barely over the Packers. I could be wrong, but the Vikings, if they stay healthy, they have a really good team. So Vikings 12-5 win the North. You heard it here first, guys. 4th seed, Dallas Cowboys. I think they're going to win their division. A lot of people say it's going to be Washington. Some people say it's going to be the Giants. I just can't see Washington doing it. The Cowboys offense is just so good that I think the Cowboys offense is going to get them to win their division just barely over Washington. Like, if Dallas and Washington have the same record, I would not be surprised at all. If Washington gets the 4th seed, I would not be surprised at all either. But I'm going to stick with Dallas for this one. Number 5, we've got the Green Bay Packers. Still a playoff team. Not as good as they were last year. A lot of players have discontent with the team and the organization, so I don't think they're going to be playing as strongly and as well as a team as they were last year. 6th seed, 49ers, if they stay healthy. If the 49ers get hurt like they did last year, they're not going to be a playoff team, but assuming they stay healthy, they will be the 6th seed. And number 7, the Seahawks. This one is kind of tough because a lot of people think the Seahawks are not going to make it. People could put the Saints here, I suppose. They could put a lot of teams that could go here, but most commonly probably are the Saints. I just don't see it, though. I think Seahawks aren't going to be nearly as bad as people say they are. Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf with Russell Wilson, that's a great offense right there. Their defense is not bad. So I think the Seahawks are going to be our 7th seed. We have round 2. So for the AFC, I think the Bills are going to beat the Patriots. Now here's where the bracket gets interesting. Because they're such a high seed, they're the 2 seed, second highest, they go down in the bottom section. I had to research how the playoff bracket was structured. It's pretty neat if you look into it, actually. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. To my knowledge, this is all correct. So the Bills will beat the Patriots and go down there. The Browns will beat the Colts, go down there as well. And then the Ravens will beat the Titans, and they will face the Chiefs in the next round. Now in the NFC, I think the Rams will beat the Seahawks. They will end up down there. The Vikings will beat the 49ers. They will end up down there. And the Packers will beat the Cowboys. They will end up facing Tampa Bay in the next round. So just to recap, these are all the teams that have been eliminated. Here's who's still left. Basically the same structure on both sides for now. Into the next round, we have the Chiefs beating the Ravens. They seem to beat the Ravens all the time in the regular season. I don't think it'll change much in the postseason. And then I think the Browns will beat the Bills. That is going to be a good game. If the Browns play the Bills, that is going to be like a top 5 game of the year. But I think the Browns can pull it out, and I think the Browns can beat the Bills and end up in the Final Four. I think the Buccaneers can beat the Packers. The Buccaneers beat the Packers twice, and the 2 times they faced last year, I don't think it'll change that much. Rams will beat the Vikings. My friend, he's a Rams fan. I've been saying at least, that the Buccaneers and the Rams will be in the NFC Championship, like, since the day the Rams got Matt Stafford. So I would love to see this happen. Be a great game as well. But here's our Final Four. Quick recap. Here's who's eliminated. Just 4 teams left. And then I think the Browns are going to beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship and represent the AFC. I just don't think the Chiefs are going to go back to the Super Bowl. Just not this year, at least. It's too soon. I don't think they can make 3 straight. It's so hard just to make 1. And to make 3 straight, I just can't see it happening. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. They have a great team. But I think the Browns are going to get the best of them on this one. I think the Buccaneers are going to get the best of the Rams here. Final 2. And I think the Buccaneers are going to go back-to-back. Best team in football. It is not a bad bet at all to think that they're going to win again. Obviously, there's a lot of teams on here that are contenders and could win the Super Bowl. But I think Tampa Bay has the best chance of winning it all and going back-to-back. And now for the awards, MVP. Obviously, MVP has to be a very good player during the regular season. And I think it is going to be none other than Mitch Trubisky. No, it's going to be Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady will be the MVP. Here's honorable mentions. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are my honorable mentions / potential candidates for MVP. But something tells me if he doesn't get injured, Tom Brady is just going to have a great year this year, like 5,000 yards, 40-plus touchdowns. A lot of people are saying Josh Allen. I just don't think he can make a bigger jump from year 3 to 4. I think he's going to stay about the same. That's why I don't have him getting past the Final Four in the playoffs. Obviously, this is just all my opinion, but Patrick Mahomes, he could do it again too, but I feel like Brady is going to get number 4. One more MVP before he retires. Offensive Player of the Year, we have got Christian McCaffrey. He's going to stay healthy, I hope, this year. I cannot wait to see him play again. He's such a great player. My honorable mentions are Josh Allen and Travis Kelce for Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think, will be Justin Fields. It'll be close between him and Trevor Lawrence, and then maybe Najee Harris gets it. That's a very, very big maybe. But I think Justin Fields, if he starts around like week 4, week 5, and he plays really well, like I think he will, then he will win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Trevor Lawrence is probably most likely going to get it, but I just got that same feeling. I think Justin Fields is going to get it. Defensive Player of the Year, TJ Watt. This man has been snubbed the past 2 years in a row. He should have won one, if not both of those Defensive Player of the Years. Aaron Donald is great too. He's in the honorable mentions, as you can see. But TJ Watt, he just leads the league in everything, it seems like. So I think he will win Defensive Player of the Year finally. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year, J.C. Horn, and only J.C. Horn. For the Comeback Player of the Year, I think it's going to be Dak Prescott. It could also be Joe Burrow and Christian McCaffrey. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't get Offensive Player of the Year, I think he'll get Comeback Player of the Year. Maybe both. But I think Christian McCaffrey is going to get an award this season, just if he stays healthy. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you agree with, disagree with. Please, no hate. If you think these predictions are dumb, subscribe and come make fun of me at the end of the season when we review them. If you think they're great, subscribe and come back at the end of the season when we see how we did. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.